People. Que pasa, suck, say what they do. Welcome to Crime Time News, where the difference is in the meds. Call it news with a buzz. Under our present climate, you cannot be hanging out in any sorts of era, playing cards, playing dominoes after hours. This is the opportune time that persons that are in any sorts of gang rivalry, the devil always finds work for idlers. It is usually in the nights. However, it seems as if a lot of persons have not read the notice board, they never get the memo. Whenever you are out in a hot place playing domino, posing with double six, you might end up 6'6". 3 points is going to be gone times 2 people. That is also 6. I am speaking about an incident that occurred in a place called Dario District, that is in MOCHO, that is in Clarendon, where at least 6 persons were conned up. 2 of them did not make it. Those 2 persons lost their life on the spots. The other 4 persons were taken to the place of recovery. They were admitted. The persons that did not make it: 24-year-old Jason Lewis, 37-year-old Irvin Wright, OC Joe. It is said that Joe was the intended target. Mr. Wright was at the wrong place at the wrong time, or the right time for the opposition. Based on what the Popo is saying, some men roll up in some sort of pro box. The men alighted from the vehicle, blaze up the vehicle, take what themselves, took a couple of lives with them, and also injured 4 more. Like I said, based on the information from the news, it is said that the men were playing domino at the time when the pro box rolled up. However, I have a couple of videos and I have a couple of pictures. Based on the picture that I am seeing, there were 2 men. One of them was in a blue t-shirt and also some sort of cut-up jeans. He was left laying on his side. There was all sorts of blood coming out his upper torso and also his mouth and his eyes. There was a next one in a red t-shirt and a grey jeans and a yellow boxer. You know how these people always have them pants hang low. He was caught very low. He was laying face down, all sorts of blood. Pretty much he was left in a pool of his own blood. In that video, you could hear persons saying, "A whole heap of condom here. It sounds like the 4th of July on April 1st or 2nd. It was pretty bad, and people, it was quite evident. Based on the video and the picture, you could see that there was a silver motor vehicle. Don't know if the 2 occupants or the 2 persons that lost their life were occupants in this vehicle. That vehicle had at least 9 cornhole in the bonnet and also the glass. I counted 6 in the bonnet and at least 3 in the windshield. It could have been more. Don't know if 1 or 2 or both of those persons were in that vehicle. However, like them say, Mr. Wright was the intended target. Mr. Wright is more affectionately known as Joe. So pretty much Joe and his friend kicked the bucket. 4 other persons almost lost their life. They were taken to the hospital and admitted in very serious condition. Moral of the story is this: I understand sometimes you are bored and you should not be held hostage by these criminals. However, under the present climate, you have to do whatever secures your life. You have to make sure that you stay away from these crazy people, especially when you live in any sort of era that is known as a volatile community that has a history, especially recent history, of any sorts of crime, and you know the other word, point blank and period. Further on in the news, the level of domestic disputes, the level of dysfunctionality that exists in the homes of Jamaica, especially in these volatile garrison community, it is very disturbing. I am speaking about an incident that occurred at a place called Barry Street. Barry Street is in downtown Kingston, where it is said that the father joke up his daughter's name, Shadiq Calvert. Pretty much after this incident, he sent her to Calvary Cemetery. Based on the information, it is said that at about 1:10 a.m., there was some sorts of verbal altercation in the home, in which the father took up a kitchen utensil, might have been some sorts of 5-star or 3-star ratchet, whatever them call it, and he used that and he inflicted some sort of injury to the chest of his own daughter. The daughter was rushed to the hospital. However, while she was getting treatment, she lost her life. She was pronounced at the place of recovery. Too late was the call. It is said that the father then took away himself. The father is now on the run. Now people, me don't know if a Jamaica are just foreign or everywhere in the world. It seems as if before the Big C situation, the people them head never so right. However, it seems as if after the Big C situation, them head even get wronger. Don't know what is going on. Don't know what type of parental guidance is going on in these homes. Sometimes picnic just bad. Sometimes picnic have mental issue. A lot of the times, it is a type of structure that child, the type of discipline that is in the home. Whatever he sees or she sees the parents doing, that is what they are going to copy. So unless your child have some sorts of mental issue, some sorts of slowness in the brain, that child should be disciplined. Even worse, that father, that parent, that guardian should know better and do better. However, in Jamaica, what we've seen very disturbing is that we see sister take away sister, brother take away brother, father take away son, son take away father, rete, lele, any sorts of combination, it is happening in Jamaica. That is because the foundation was not there from the start. That is because it seems as if the dons and the gangsters are the role models in this community. So therefore, because them rule with an iron fist, everything them solve by using brute force, it seems as if these parents, these family are doing the same thing. There is no sort of sense, there is no sort of better heads prevailing. The father take away the daughter rush the father. People may not know about them sorts of thing there. Personally speaking, as a father of two elderly picnic, me no know nothing about them thing there. And people, if me tell you say between my two kids, me lit them 3 times between the two of them, me woulda not lie. However, me don't even have to talk, just to look alone. Them just want to know so them father hears so them do something wrong and them start get bummy. And I am not using any sorts of old time tradition where me a clot up me pick them. Them just know better because like me say, if you bend them from them young, then them a go grow up straight. If you make them know what is up and make them know who are run this place without using any sorts of brute force, it is what they are going to do, them understand discipline. However, in a lot of these homes, there is a whole bunch of dysfunctionality. The father and the mother act like them are virago. So therefore, so the father, so the mama, so the papa, so the picnic them. So therefore, what do you expect? And people like me say, me no know the motive or the reason for this. Me no know if the little girl come in 1 a.m. in the morning and the father talk to her and she rush the father and give the father all sorts of lip. Whatever the circumstances is, there is no sorts of justification for any sorts of 17-year-old to be arguing with any sort of father, whether the father are 30 or 32, whether I'm a 50, whatever the case is. Me just say, get your stuff right or everything is going to go wrong. In Jamaica, there is too much reaction instead of prevention. Prevention is always better than cure. Point blank and period. So anyways, people, thanks once again for checking out my video. If you appreciate videos like this, please show your appreciation by liking, commenting, sharing and subscribing to my channel. That is how YouTube promotes videos like these to like-minded, sensible persons like yourself. Bless up.